Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be discussing, having a bit of a debate with Destiny 2 as to why I hate it, what makes it a horrible game, well, a bad game at this point because it went from horrible to bad, and why King seems to really love it. So please.
I won't put that love word there, but it's definitely giving me hope at this point. I'd say that much.
All right.
But we're gonna do more like a Q&A, from a disgruntled fan, I guess, because there was love in the one. I don't know how much love, but there was at least some certain type of respect for the game on the side of Droopy. I love Destiny 1. It's in my top 5 of all time games. I know that sounds crazy, but
at this point it kind of does, especially with all the shit that they've been through, put us through.
But hey, I'm still here rocking it out with them,
But my only issue is why.
Well, first let's get to a bit of the origin, or just let's see like how we got to this point.
All right.
Okay, Destiny 1, I feel, was a solid product when it was all said and done. After they did the last one, which was Rise of Iron.
I mean, you actually got me into Destiny 1, into Destiny period.
Right.
And I'm happy. Remember at the time I was actually angry because I was like, oh, I don't want to get into it. It's already too late for me. And then Rise of Iron got announced, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna grind it out. But it was fun, and I saw as to why so many people were in love with this game.
Yeah.
But
it was a cult phenomenon, and
Yeah, and I mean, I heard about all the issues when all you guys started off in the first Destiny, about how there was a lack of content, and it was just like a dead game at that point. Well, at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then you and Sour and even Lazy were telling me, oh, yeah, but when the content came out, it was crazy. You especially, you were like the main guy in my ear, like, yo, you should try it. So, I mean, I'm happy I did, but Destiny 2, bro, like, no.
So, yeah, let's skip on to Destiny 2. At launch, the first week, after you finish the campaign, which is extremely short, and then you get to the end game, or lack thereof, it's like they didn't really learn from what they did in the previous one, because the lack of end game was what plagued them in the first one. So yes. That was the main complaint, and the content came, and let's say like the first expansion, Curse of Osiris.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah, and
100% garbage. It was nothing. They didn't add anything. They gave us a little piece of place to explore.
Remember, that was my big issue too. I was like, yo, why we got a little circle on Mars?
Word. They tried to mask it with this big portal that takes us to the same places. All like, it's supposed to be this infinite universe, but yeah, I still see the same bullshit when I go to that damn portal.
Nobody had to fight anybody. You just kept jumping platform over platform.
Exactly. Like it was just incredibly bad. Yeah. Osiris was excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me turn down my phone. But Osiris, the character, was extremely underwhelming. They hyped him up to be this mythical guy who was like, just the lore around him was just like, wow. And then you see him on screen and it's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, I know there's people that are gonna hear this, especially your friends, and they're probably gonna be like, that sounds a little funny and shit. But I was actually expecting some big buff dude, looking crazy with battle scars. He took that helmet, that thing off. He looked like a little scrawny pediatrician. Like, what are you doing? like he looked like he could be my pharmacist. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. A little bald dude.
I mean, and then on top of that, what we had to look forward to in that piece of content was, those weapons you get from Brother Vance that you got to grind for. Which again, those were lackluster. Those were boring weapons.
The skins was just like, oh look, it's a cool looking gun, but it's rusty. So that you got it from the Vex.
It's like, okay, moving along a little bit. Then the sandbox changes come. So we get the Go Faster update. Honestly, it was a change. It was a faster pace to Crucible, PvP a bit, but it wasn't a significant change.
Wait, hold on real quick. I'm so sorry. Aren't you supposed to be? Aren't you supposed to be telling me like?
No, I'm getting to.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm going along step by step to why I think it's back to at least giving me that hope.
Oh, okay. About to say this episode's gonna be a major bummer.
So we get the Go Faster update.
Okay.
Not a big attention grabber for me. We did get a foundation of the gameplay we want to see. It just didn't have the content behind it. Okay. So it was like it wasn't no incentive to go in there and really after just test it, and it didn't go back to saying fuck Destiny. We get to Go Faster, then we get the actual exotic reworks, and this new DLC Warmind. I think we got a little bit of stuff before that.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of that was significant either. But we jumped to Warmind, and this is where the hope comes in. But playing two sides to it. There's the one side where I say they did great, and when I say they did great, they did great with the reworks. Now, my main complaint behind Destiny was always the exotic weapons never felt exotic. They always felt like beautifully crafted legendary weapons.
Not even beautifully crafted. Like some of them were just plain looking.
I give you that because the Mighty Moth 2 could have been a legendary weapon.
Yep. I've been saying this is Destiny 1.
But for the most part, beautifully crafted legendary weapons.
Yeah.
And then like I said, the exotic reworks now makes the certain exotics, not even certain, most of them feel great. I love the Graviton Lance. I love the Huckleberry. I love the Prospector. They really did enough, like making that a grenade launcher that launches sticky grenades.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds okay.
Beastly. And really, I think that's the only real new ones. The Sturm and Drain combo.
Yeah.
I still have yet to see it in action, but in theory, that's incredible. That takes skill. The what's that with the Darcy?
Yeah, the sniper.
Yeah, it's being dubbed like one of the best guns in the game.
Really?
Because once you lock onto your target, you get a big damage buff, and I think you get a buff to your aim assist as well.
That's it.
And the exotic catalyst behind that, it gives you better stability.
That's it.
So can you imagine getting a big damage buff and it gives you a readout of the target you locked onto?
That's it.
So like,
I'm sorry.
No, that's a sniper's paradise.
Okay, I get it, but
you can kill a nigga in a body shot. Essentially.
I get it, but it's still nothing crazy to me.
Well, even so, the Curse of Osiris content itself, the storyline was teetering on between decent and good.
Okay.
It never got the good stamp, but I could see it being decent. There was the acting in it was but the storyline behind it, I liked it a bit. I think they could have did more, but it was only like 3 or 4 missions.
And that doesn't bug you at all?
I felt it was very lazy.
It is.
It's lazy, and on top of that, the way they described it, we paid $20 for 3 missions.
Yes, exactly.
Now that
makes you real quick, and I'm sorry because I remember getting angry after a while because I played it obviously with you. I remember getting angry after a while when I started noticing, like, wait a minute, what the fuck are we doing? We're just going around in a little circle on Mars. It's a tiny circle, bro. On top of that, the weapons weren't all that. And my main shit was, you know, the set rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is where they get me. I remember watching a lot of YouTubers because I wanted to hear reviews on it. Like, and some of them are people that I thought, you know, were honest. And they were making it seem like it was going to be this great expansion. And it was going to be amazing, filled with a lot of missions, and the weapons. Oh my God, the weapons were crazy. Excuse me. Now you just gotta wonder, like, because it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. It was just building hype towards those 3 fucking missions. So, real quick, I just want to say that it made me unsubscribe from the motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? Because I hate that shit.
Okay.
But Destiny 2 with the content is releasing now, I feel like I told you this. I feel like it's too late. It's very lazy. And on top of everything, like you said too, they should have learned from Destiny 1. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you ended on a high note with Rise of Iron. Yes, it wasn't the greatest expansion ever, but it was fun. It was fucking fun, bro.
OD. Wasn't taking King, but it was like right below it.
And then you go on to Destiny 2, where supposedly we were gonna start off with, you know, we were gonna start off from scratch. Now your community's telling you, listen, we don't like the set rolls, we want the random rolls, which is something that had you, even Rich, fucking grinding every day just to get the perfect roll. You had a reason to go back to the game after you finished all your missions. You had a reason to. Right. Now, if everybody has the same gun and you already got like one of the best guns in the game, according to, well, everybody, what's the point in going back? All you gotta do is take a break. Again, going back to the expansions, they suck. I told you in our first episode. Oh, we're just gonna have Frosty Thrall, and I think you told me, well, we don't know that yet, or whatever. And what happened?
I mean, granted, there were different types of enemies. Like they. Look, man, I'm trying to come up with some bullshit.
Yeah, man. No, be honest, bro.
No.
Like, if you're gonna sit there, if you're gonna sit there and tell me this game is good or the expansion was good, stick to your guns, bro. That's all I'm saying. Listen, you have Thrall with Dandruff. That's all you had. That's it. And from what I hear and from what you told me, it's like 4 missions. So, how can you sit there and tell me it's good?
Well, here's where I can sit and tell you that it's good. I personally feel that the changes they made to the Crucible, now that is where they're shining. I could see a portion of the community coming back for the ring.
Yeah, and I told you I'm considering coming back just for that. And the fact that I will give them respect for this. Supposedly, even if you didn't buy the DLC, you can still play on the new maps. So that's very nice of them. But this DLC should have been free, at least for the people like you, or who else? Who else actually stuck around for Destiny? Well, for whoever stuck around for Destiny, this DLC should have been at least a gift.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think they're real positive steps with what they did with reworking the weapons. The actual weapons that they put in this expansion, when it comes from the Braytech weapons, the Warmind themed weapons.
Yeah,
they're really good. They're really, really good, and they're great. They're greatly designed. All right. You know, that's one thing I give them. They never ever lose they never lose their artistic value when it comes to the landscape of their game. It always looks beautiful. Mars is a fun space to play in. But I just can't shake the feeling I wanted more from it.
Exactly.
Like, why didn't they unlock the rest of Mars that we played in from Destiny 1 and then add that to it?
Yeah.
That would have brought a lot of people back. You know? But as far as this expansion goes, okay. I want to do something from this perspective. Voice all your concerns. I'm gonna see if they either addressed it or, you know, I can maybe answer your questions from experience.
Okay. My thing is, I enjoyed doing the strikes in Destiny 1. And I remember, I got into Destiny 1 late, like I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
I got into it late, but I still wanted that skull helmet you got from one of the strikes.
The dark helm?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I really wanted it. And I kept going back and going back and going back and going back. So now you have Destiny 2. And I'm doing these strikes and falling asleep. What am I doing a strike for? Honestly, what am I doing for some engrams? That's it?
Okay. Let me address that. One, they added heroic modifiers to the strike playlist. That's one incentive. Two, they added value to the loot you get to it. So let's say like you hit the soft cap 345.
Yeah.
You can do the heroic strike playlist, and every like 3 to 5 strikes, you get up to 360 gear from it. Something of that nature. That I think that was announced. Yes, like, so they're trying to work in putting significance into the heroic strike playlist. So and also even in Nightfall, you know, I don't know why they're just tying exclusives to the Nightfall. I think that needs to change. That needs to be put into each strike in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're and mind you, I think they said that the Nightfall is the best chance to get those exclusive strike rewards, and you can still run the heroic, but you have a smaller chance in getting drops. So if that's the case, then I have nothing really bad to say.
All right.
But yeah, there's your incentives.
Well, what about the armor?
The armor, they announced the end of this month on the 29th that they're doing exotic armor changes.
Okay, what about the random rolls? Are we ever gonna get those?
They said the roadmap suggested that it might come in September with the new year.
Now, is that guaranteed to be exactly like Destiny 1 in the sense like every gun was just really random?
From what they said they're trying to rework the whole system, as in, you know, the energy weapon, kinetic weapon, and power weapon layout, because not everybody's a fan of that. So they're trying to rework that, as well as random rolls. They're gonna reintroduce random rolls. I don't know if they're gonna try to do something innovative.
Yeah.
But it was on the roadmap. Random rolls was definitely on the agenda for September.
What about, for example, single player content?
Single player content.
Because that was mainly what kept Destiny 1 alive.
Single player content.
What by that I mean like DLC, future DLC, actual DLC. Like if I'm gonna pay $20, I want to get at least 10 fucking missions, bro.
Yep. That I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on that one. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
They haven't really said anything like, oh, we're just gonna keep adding this, that. They haven't said that. But
listen,
they are dropping something in July called the Solstice of something.
Now, what is that going to be? An event, or is that going to be DLC?
It's
with
an event.
Oh my god, come on.
I
No,
mean-
seriously though. So you work hard for your money, right?
Yeah.
You work hard for your money. If even it's $20. You know, if you have kids, that's money. That's money that can go towards your kids' food, lunch, whatever, or that's $20 that can go in your pocket and put it in your fucking savings account or some shit.
Yeah.
$20 may not be a lot of money for some people, but that's a lot of money for again for some people. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're paying $20, especially if you're a teenager, you're a young kid and shit, you worked hard for your money, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you paying $20 for 3 missions? And to a company that's not gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
Notice they came around as soon as the fucking player count started going down.
In a significant way.
Exactly. So think about it, bro. Like, yes, I think about how I feel when I say, oh, that DLC is bullshit, but I also take into consideration all the fucking kids out there. You know what I'm saying? I take into consideration people who work hard for their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, just busting their ass every day, still trying to give this game a chance, but you know they don't give a fuck. Right now, people are getting excited, or whoever is still playing Destiny is still getting excited over stuff that you should have had in the first place.
Yeah.
Why, man? Like,
Because you know what? And here's me coming from a real perspective. The video game industry, a long time ago, you know, as soon as they introduced microtransactions, we started going downhill from there, and the video game industry got swallowed up into capitalism. Period.
Like, don't get me wrong. They need their money too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't be cheap with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Games went from what, 50 to 55 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt people's pockets. And I remember me and you complaining when we were younger, like, really? They're $60 now? What the fuck are they thinking? Now, you're paying $20, $30, in some cases even $40 for DLC. Why? In some cases, they may be worth it. In others, like Destiny 2, they're not.
Especially if you're trying to identify yourself as an MMO. You got these games, especially these free, like Warframe has not charged anybody for their content, and you're not pigeonholed into buying their content, but they make their money on the back end of their microtransactions. The way they do microtransactions is exactly how it's supposed to be. The way Fortnite does microtransactions is exactly how it's supposed to be, and that's why games like NBA 2K and Destiny are dying out, because their only concern is capitalism. Their only concern is making that money.
Yeah.
Especially games like Black Ops and anything EA and stuff like that. This is what we are subjected to. They're looking at us and they're preying on our pockets. They're saying these guys are gonna buy it anyway.
Now you got, okay, for example, real quick. Last year, I remember there was people like, you know, tweeting and talking and shit about the random rolls in Destiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry I keep bringing that up. It's just one of those things that I loved about Destiny 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, for example, I didn't need to go into strikes to try and get the perfect weapon. I could play anywhere and get a fucking random roll. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Where was I going with this? I've lost myself. Okay. You got a game like you said, Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
There was a little uproar about the random rolls. What did Bungie say? Somebody from Bungie. Oh, that they were happy. Like they were happy with the rolls, or the way the way they were.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's how you respond to your community? Really? That's how you respond to people who are spending their money on your game, on your product. Now you got some like you got the creators of Fortnite Why is that shit so successful? Yeah, it's a fun ass game, but bro, look at their Twitter. They listen to their people. I get mad when they complain about a gun being too OP, but they're listening. What happens? In a week, maybe 2, the patch comes out, shit's gone. Or the shit got nerfed. Think about it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's Destiny's problem. They don't have a real live team. They have to go month to month with what they give us. They don't have a team that's on the ground that can say, all right, give us a couple days, we'll have that fixed. They don't have that. And it's evident they don't have that.
But they don't have that why?
Again, either laziness or
they don't give a fuck.
They don't want to expend money to expand their team. I don't understand why. Because this is like because I read somewhere Fortnite is exposing and killing a lot of games. It's putting the people that's been capitalizing off mediocrity on notice. That, like, okay, let's say like NBA 2K.
Okay.
Fortnite is telling NBA 2K to step your content game up, because at this point in time, all it is you sign on to play basketball. Now, okay, there's people that might say, well, what more would you want from a basketball game? But if you got a live open world, like they put like this thing called the neighborhood. Okay. You got a live open world where we can all interact with each other and stuff like that. Why we can't do anything with each other? You know what I'm saying? But play basketball. So when I say that, I mean like do different venues. Stuff like that. Like when you see Fortnite, they're constantly, come on, we got a chance to kill Thanos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day we get the 50 versus 50. We get the 20v20v20v, whatever, however it
Blitz.
goes. You know, Blitz and
that all gold everything mode and shit.
Stuff like that. They keep the content coming. It's fun. It's like just post it up at one point and people go crazy for it because it's always consistent. It's consistently good things. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
Again, to your point, they're listening. Now you go to something like Destiny. Now I'm a person that says Warmind is a step in the right direction. I firmly believe that. It's very difficult for me to sit here and just to fucking try to say, yo, Ant-Man, take $20 out your pocket and yo, get this DLC and jump on with me. So we can do this. Because then you're gonna say, for what? Then I'm gonna tell you, oh, let's jump in the Crucible. You do that already without me. Oh, let's do the storyline. Why am I paying for 3 missions? I can't answer these questions.
Exactly, man. Like, you see something like Fortnite again, or even Warframe, right? Mm-hmm. You feel some type of love there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying from the developers, like, oh, they love me. No. Because obviously everybody, they want money, right? But the thing is, them as developers, you feel some type of love there because look how dedicated they are to this shit, right? Aside from seeing the money, but... But then you play something like Destiny in the new DLC and it just feels dead. They're just pumping it out. They're just pumping it out because they have to. They opened their mouths and said, there's 2 DLCs coming and oh my god, like I gotta do it. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds, it looks, sounds lazy. That's it. That's all, man. There's no love there. Yeah, and I think people stuck around with this shit just because, especially because it's Bungie, right? Mm-hmm. But what people need to understand too, we're not gonna get another Halo. We're not gonna get another Destiny 1. Just look at Destiny 2. They gave up. It's obvious. They don't give a shit about you.
At this point, how much do they really give a shit about the game?
That's what I'm getting at,
and
bro.
That's the sad part. This should have been your crown jewel. This should have been your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mind you, remember how hyped we were about Destiny 2? Like, it was gonna be that game. We're gonna be playing it day and night.
We was playing Destiny 1 and it was that game.
Exactly.
Look at this shit. I could have a better argument going back to Destiny 1 than to tell you to go back to Destiny 2. That's sad.
It is.
That is so fucking sad. And then the killer of it all, they're still pumping out PlayStation exclusives.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Why? And then you don't give it to Xbox players until Destiny 3 is gonna come out, because that's what they did with Destiny 1. What the fuck? We didn't get Jade Rabbit until Destiny 2? Are you fucking kidding me?
And at that point, why do you want old exotics?
Word, and we still ain't get the Zen Meteor. I told you, something is gonna happen where Zen Meteor is finally gonna come to Xbox, and I'm gonna be pissed.
It happened?
No.
Oh.
No.
Because you sound pretty pissed right now.
No, but I know that shit is gonna happen. And we're finally gonna get that exclusive. That's what happened with the Hawk Moon. I don't understand.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like how the fuck you give it to us after you nerfed it to death and we get the shell of itself, but people had experienced a whole year on how fucking fun. You know, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna go back to Destiny 1's issues. I'm gonna stick to Destiny 2.
It sounds like I won, period.
Like, because it's hard. I wanted to have this debate, but it's super hard for me to sit here and because I still have my frustrations. Now I'm still on the side of saying Warmind brought back hope, because I'm not gonna lie to you, they did bring. I ain't gonna say they bring a lot of good points, but they brought good strong points, and I say that with how they reworked the Crucible. Private matches is definitely a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the heroic modifiers are definitely a plus. They make the strikes more fun. Their progression system is definitely better, because it's not like, you know, I could have you do the Nightfall or whatever, and all I gotta do is go to fucking Hawthorne for my loot.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Eventually, I'm gonna give it a chance. Not the DLC, but just Destiny, hopping back on, seeing the patches, how they feel, trying the ranked. But I can't get excited because they're gonna be fixing the game up to feel like Destiny 1 again, because of the patches that are coming, random rolls and this and that. I can't get excited for that, because you're giving me basically what I paid $60 for. Mm-hmm. Really? You give it to me a year fucking later? That shit is fucking wrong, bro.
It's all the way wrong.
That shit is dumb. It's dumb as fuck.
The only reason, and I told you this before I bought it, the only reason I really gave this a chance is because we're getting into this arena of, you know, this podcast arena, and I wanted to have something to talk about.
Yeah,
I
understand.
That was my main ambition of buying this content.
Yeah.
I would have been on the same bandwagon of fuck 4. But I honestly say, I feel like I got $20 content, which should have been free, no more than $5. Yeah. That's my honest analysis.
Even 10 is pushing it, but 10, if it would have been $10 for those 3 fucking missions, I would have been like, yo, Ty, yo, help me out with that, or yo, I'll get it right now. Dead ass, I'm not even kidding. I would have just $10. All right, fine, cool. I'm a Destiny fan again. You get what I'm saying? But don't give me a year later what I paid $60 a year ago for. You get what I'm saying? I was trying to say, like, it's just dumb. It's stupid. It's lazy. They need to step it up, bro.
Yeah, the game in its current state is not worth $100.
It's not. It's not even worth $20. I'm expecting to fucking, if I go try and sell that shit at GameStop, beside all bullshit aside from GameStop too, I expect them to just give me a high five and that's it. I'm not getting no fucking credit. I'm getting a high five, like, yeah, you smarten up. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's stupid. And it hurts because I have kids, and they're gonna grow up and play games, and they're gonna have to deal with this type of bullshit.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get worse.
Exactly.
That's the sad part, man. We're subjected to corporate greed. That's all. Shit. And with shareholders backing this, and the demands of them saying, like, you gotta push these products year after year after year. But let's face it, these big companies are pushing these flagship titles with no real development window.
I feel like Bungie is Apple.
No, EA is Apple.
Why you say that?
Because, like I said, with them not EA, because they're not behind not EA. Maybe EA, because you gotta think about it. EA, they literally put out the same game every single year. You know what game
Call of
that is?
Duty?
No.
What?
Madden.
Yeah, I know.
These motherfuckers stay buying Madden sells 1 million copies every fucking year, and it's the same game, bro. The same game. It's a reskin every fucking year. All it is updated roster.
Okay, I take what I said back. You're right. Yeah.
These niggas are real crooks, and they're not low.
Yo, I don't even see no advertisements for fucking Madden.
Never.
Yo.
What did they do last year? Some whack ass GOAT edition, and you had a bullshit story like that. It was whack.
Yo.
But the gameplay never changes ever.
I know.
All they do is maybe.
I mean,
add
is
a
it
little
fun
glare
though?
to the uniform. If you like football.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like.
But there's always a bug and a glitch somewhere. Somebody can always fucking jump 20 feet in the air and catch the ball, or fucking juke and go through the whole a whole defensive line, and then you're fucking getting the fucking touchdown. It's like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, like, this is where we're at now. You know.
Also, real quick. Anybody that actually gave this fucking podcast a chance, just be careful who you listen to. Don't go on YouTube, man. Be careful who you listen to, man. The motherfuckers would sell you the shit out the game. Like, yo, I got invited by Bungie and I got to play the early edition. It had like 60 missions. No, they don't, motherfucker. I don't believe you anymore. Like,
word. Oh, and then it comes out, oh, those were just test missions.
Yeah, like,
they just didn't make it into the game.
Like, guys,
15 other missions didn't make it to the game.
Yo, like, guys, you have to believe me, yo. I didn't even know they were gonna do us like this. Like, don't include yourself with us, motherfucker. Get out of here.
Word, yo. When I went there, they had the flood from Halo in the game. They just decided to give us, Cold Thrall.
Yo. It's the truth though. Like, just be careful who you listen to, because a lot of these YouTubers are just bullshit, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, okay. Here's my honest, quick review. They made great changes, they made great strides, but ultimately, you can't shake the feeling of they're missing something. Now, I guess by the time September rolls around, we should have had the game we should have had from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then September on, we should have some hot shit, hopefully, if they're doing it right. But as it currently stands, we have great additions, we just don't have the complete product. You can't shake the feeling that it's not complete, or at least up to standard until you add
So
some
if you
new
bought
shit.
so if you bought the DLC, you paid $100 for an incomplete game.
Yeah. You paid $100.
So you're basically sour with Ark.
God, if he paid for that game.
He did.
Oh my God.
He paid for Ark, bro.
Oh man, sour, my boy. Shout to him, man. He couldn't be here today, but oh God, but yeah, back to that, man. Destiny, okay, put it this way. Somebody, let's say like you skip Curse of Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you couple Curse of Osiris and Warmind together, maybe it'll spark something to say, let me see where this is going, let me try to collect these weapons, yada, 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 yada. Maybe you have something. Let's say I played the game, Curse of Osiris, and I was just waiting on this expansion. So me playing just this expansion alone, there was nothing significant or substantial, let me say that way. There was nothing substantial. Now, I don't understand why there's only one weapon that you can earn from being good at Crucible. I don't understand why there's no set. You know what I'm saying? The Redrex's Claymore. Like, why is that the only thing?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's stupid. But they keep missing the mark on how much actual things to grind for they should put in the game. They keep missing that mark.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what did we get? Like, what? 14 new exotics? About 9 of them were re-existing from Destiny 1.
What the fuck? And y'all paid?
Or 8.
Y'all paid for that?
I'm talking about just even from a weapon standpoint.
That's horrible, bro.
It's stupid.
It is.
It's stupid. But you know what? Just because they reworked them and they play different, I give them a little bit of a pass. Not all the way. It's still like, come on, man, you gotta shake things up.
Mm-hmm.
Do something.
I mean, wasn't everything destroyed at the beginning of Destiny 2?
Yes.
So how the fuck are we still getting? How the hell are we still getting exotics from Destiny 1, like from the tower?
But I guess they can be reforged, because we get it from these foundries. Like Suros is a foundry and Tex Mechanica or whatever. They can reforge the weapons.
Tex bullshit.
But yeah, Destiny right now in its current state, it's playable.
It's playable, but that still doesn't. I mean, I don't know, Tyrone. Come on, man.
Yeah, like I can't. Let me put it this way: I can't sit in here. I would sit here and ask you to play it, but I can't sit here and ask you to pay for it. That's where I'm at with it. I cannot tell anybody in their right mind to pay for it.
I mean, I would say go dumpster diving at GameStop. I'm sure they probably threw out a bunch of Destiny 2s if you want to try it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Call me soft, call me stupid. I think about other people, especially because we're doing this podcast thing. Like, I want people to just hear truth.
100%.
Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people that feel like me and plenty of people that feel like you. People that are still willing to give the game a chance, and people like me who just said, Bungie can suck a dick. You feel me?
I feel you, man. I feel you. But you know what? I think this would be the best place to leave it. I think we said everything we could say about it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully people understand where we're coming from. People don't just, get uptight about it. And whoever happens to listen to this, be careful with your money.
Exactly. And then my closing statement. Again, I would say season pass holders. If you're still holding out on trying it, you already bought the season pass. I'd say give it a shot. But if you didn't buy it, don't waste your money. This is KDS signing out. Like, subscribe, comment. Please give us some feedback. We would love to hear what you think of us.
And share with your friends, please. Spread the word.
You know what I'm saying? #KDS Podcast. This is KDS signing out. Peace.